Okay, this is 8.3 part 3. We're talking about the mode. Again, if you have not watched part 2 or part 1 went over the central tendency, which is the median or average. Part 2 went over the median, which is the middlemost score. And part 3 is going over what's called the mode. So the mode is an element of the data set that occurs most frequently. So we're going to have to look at the frequency distribution and pick out which value occurs the most. And by the way, it can happen that you have a no mode because maybe all the numbers don't occur more than once. You can have one mode, which means one value sticks out because it occurs the most, or it can be bimodal. So mode is used with the typical mode is often used with which type of data? It's used for when we want to know what occurs the most. So for instance, if I'm in retail and I'm stocking shelves, and let's say it's clothing, I would want to know what sells the most. Is it size small? Is it size medium? Or is it size large? Or maybe it's size extra large. I don't know. But you want to know the frequency or the mode of the data, so that way you stock more of the size that's the most popular. Okay? So let's look at an example. Find the mode for the data set 1, 3, 5, 8, and 12. I don't see any duplications. I don't see 2 1s or 3 3s or 4 5s. I don't see any of that. So in this case, since there's no repetition of data values, that means that there is no mode. There's no mode for this data. Let's look at the next one. Find the mode for the data set. I'm looking here at this value, and I have the data value of, I'm just going to put the number. The number 2, let's see how many times it occurs. Okay? So, shoot. No, I'm getting used to this new pencil, and it's kind of tricky. All right. So let's see how many 2s we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the frequency for this one is 6. The next number is the number 3. 1, 2. I have 2 number 3s. So number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 of those. The number 5, I have 1 of those, and the number 6, I have 2 of them. So I'm looking for what occurs the most. When I go through there, I see that I had 6 2s, and I also had 6 number 4s. So this is what's called bimodal data. And what occurs the most is the number 2 and the number 4. So our answer is number 2 and the number 4. And again, it's bimodal because there's 2 data points that are the highest, and they're equally as high. Okay, so now let's look at this next one. Find the mode salary for a small company with the following salaries. So we've seen this chart before. If we look through the frequency, we see that the highest number of employees is 5, and then we see that their salary is $30,000. So the mode of this data is $30,000. Okay, again, look for the highest frequency. The number of touchdown passes thrown by each of the 31 teams in the National Football League in the 2000 season are shown below. 37, 33, 33, 32, 29, etc. So we have this big chart here. Find the median number of touchdown passes. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write down all the numbers I see. I see 37, and I'm going to cross it off because it happens once. So basically, I'm going to make a frequency distribution chart just so I can see what's going on. So the frequency is going to be on the right, and the value or the data set is on the left. Okay, so next one is 33. So I see 1, 2, and that's it. Okay. All right, moving forward, we have 32, which happens just once. 29, which happens once. 28, which happens twice. 23 happens once. 22 happens 1, 2, 3 times. 21 also happens 1, 2, 3 times. 20 happens twice. 1, 2. 19 also happens twice. So let me cross those off. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4. 18 happens 4 times. Going back up here. 16 is once, so put this up here. 15 is once. 14 is 1, 2, 3. 12 is twice. 9 is once, and 6 is once. Okay, and by the way, you don't have to make a chart like I just did. I did it just for clarity. Basically, you're just looking for the largest number of times something occurs. So again, if I look through the frequency, I'm looking for the highest number, and I see it. I see it here that 18 happened 4 times. So 18 would be the number of touchdown passes, and this is my mode. So the mode is 18 passes. Okay, hopefully that made sense to you. All right, so moving on. Find the GPA, grade point average, for the student with the grades A, B, C, A, B, B. All right, A is written out as 4 points, B is 3, C is 2, D is 1, and F is 0. Now, it's asking me for the average. So I am not going to do the mode for that. I'm actually going to look for the mean. The mean is synonymous with the word average. Okay, so the mean, that's what I'm looking for. So remember, for the mean, I have to sum up my data points over the total number of data points. Okay, so since I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grades, n equals 6. Okay, so let's write this out. The first grade they had is A. Remember, A is a 4. Plus, a B is worth 3 points. Plus, a C is worth 2 points. Plus, an A is worth 4 points. Plus, a B is worth 3 points. And again, B is worth 3 points. So let me just make sure I got that. Their grades were A, 4. B, 3. C is worth 2. A is worth 4. B is worth 3. And B is worth 3. Okay, we're good to go. Divided by 6. So we should have 6 data points over 6. Okay, so we add this up. 4 and 3 is 7. 7 and 2 is 9. 9 and 4 is 13. 13 and 6, or 13 and 3, excuse me. 13 and 3 is 16. 16 and 3 is 19. So again, I am just double checking my work. I'm just checking the calculator because I don't want to make a mistake here. And I did get 19. Now I'm going to divide that by 6. And when I do that, I get 3.166. So it didn't tell us to round, but usually with GPA, you round to the hundredths place here. So it's going to be 3.17. And that is that person's GPA. Okay. All right. The next one for the data set. find the mean, the median, and the mode. So the mean, again, the formula is sum up all the data points divided by the number of data points. So if we add these up, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So n equals 7. So I'm going to add up the numerator, 7.9 plus 15.6 plus 23.7 plus 12.6 plus 21.3 plus 28.8 plus 14.2. Now I'm going to sum that all up, and I'm going to divide that by 7. So I'm going to use a calculator. You guys should use one as well. 7.9 plus 15.6 plus 23.7 plus 12.6 plus 21.3 plus 28.8 plus 21.3. Oh, I already got that one. Okay, so let me change that. It's actually 14.2. Okay, and again, I just double check my values because as you see, I almost made a mistake there. So I'm going to check everybody. Okay, got it. So I'm going to put it in there, and when I do that, I get 124.1. Now I divide that by 7 to find the average or the mean. And when I do that, I get the mean. And by the way, the mean is represented as x bar. So x bar, or the mean, equals 7.728. Again, I'm going to round to the hundredths. So the mean, or x bar, equals 17.73. Okay, so the mean is x bar. Okay, median. Median, remember, is your middlemost score, right? Okay, so if n equals 7, that is odd. So what I do is I take n plus 1 divided by 2, and that will tell me the position of the middlemost value. So 7 plus 1 over 2 is 8 over 2, which is 4. So I'm looking for the fourth value. Okay, so if I go up here, I'm just going to highlight this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the middlemost value is this fourth one in, which is 12.6. Okay? Okay, the other thing you could do, guys, because this data value isn't that big, let me erase all this stuff that I just wrote up there. You could work your way in. So again, endpoints, and work your way in, and you're going to see you get the same value, which is 12.6. Okay? All right, the mode. So again, I'm going to erase this. And remember, mode is the most frequently occurring data point, right? So if I look at this, I'm looking for doubles, and I don't see anything. They're all singular. There's only one 7.9. There's only one 15.6, etc. So I'm going to put here no mode because there isn't anyone that is duplicated with this example. Okay? All right, so let's look at another one. Use a frequency table to find the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, so the mean is x bar equals sum of the x values all over n. So we need n first. Again, you're going to add up your frequency. So 12 plus 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 11. Okay, so let's do that in the calculator. 12 plus 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 11. And I'm double checking, make sure I have the right values. Okay, hit enter. I got 54. So n equals 54. Okay, so now I'm going to sum up all these values. So to find the mean, we need some room here. I have 12 values that are 20. So this is going to be 12 times 20. Plus, I have 15 values that are 44. Plus, I have 10 values that are 56. plus I have 6 values that are 58. Oof. Plus I have 11 values that are 63. Okay, and I'm going to divide that by n, which is 54. Okay, so again, you're going to do 12 parentheses 20 plus 15 parentheses 44 plus 10 parentheses 56 plus 6 parentheses 58 plus 11 parentheses 63. And then I'm double checking everything. So 12 times 20, 15 times 44, 10 times 56, 6 times 58, 11 times 63, and I'm hitting enter. I got 2501, so 2501, and I'm dividing that by 54 to find x bar. Okay, so divided by 54, and I got 43.314. Again, I'm going to round to the hundredths value, so x bar equals 43.31. And that is my mean. Okay, let's look for the median. So the median, again, is the middlemost score. Okay, so if I want to find the position, I look at this and I know that n is even. 54 is even. So I have to find the left position and the right position. So to find the left one, I do n divided by 2. So 54 divided by 2 will give me 27. And then the other one, and remember this is position, so it's the 27th position. So the other one is n divided by 2 plus 1, or 27 plus 1, which is the 28th position. So I'm looking for these values, 27th and 28th. So where are they? We got to find them. So 12 and 15 will give me 27. So one of my values is here, which is a 44. Okay, so I'm going to put 44 plus. And then 10 plus 27 will give me 37. So the other position, because look, we need the 27th and the 28th position. So the 27th is 44, and the 28th position is that 56. So 44 plus 56 divided by 2, because remember you're finding the average. Okay, this is 10, this is 100 divided by 2, which is 50. So 50 is the median of this value. Okay, so remember, again, to find the median, you're doing the middlemost score. When the data values have, or when the frequency is big, you're finding the position. If it's even, you have to find the left position and the right position, add those two up, divided by 2. Basically, you're finding the mean or the average of those two values, and that will give you the median. Okay? All right, so let's do the last one, which is mode. Okay, I'm going to erase what I wrote up there so we can look at the chart again. So remember, mode is most frequently occurring data value, right? So I'm going to look at the frequency. So if I look at the frequency table, I'm looking for the largest one, which is 15. So the mode of this data would be 44. And again, 44 is the most frequently occurring data value. Okay, so that is the end of 8.3. Thanks for watching, and the next set that you're going to look at is talking about the measures of dispersion instead of measures of central tendency.